How are you doing? I hope you're doing great, chat. We are live with the heroes of Humblewood. Before we go around and say hello to all of these wonderful people sitting around the table today, we're going to take a second to talk about sponsors and the Academy and all that good stuff. Social links. There's no such thing as social distancing in the modern day because we have the internet. Come and join our Discord. Get in touch on Twitter. Come and do all these things. We can connect via this thing. Do that. If you want to get in on a game, send me a DM on Twitter. Not only am I doing, I'm not just running our usual schedule. I'm putting on extra shows as well to support social distancing. So, if any of you are sitting at home wishing you could come and get in a game, it's a great time to reach out. Also, check out our sponsors. The foremost of which for this show is the Deck of Many, who made the content that we're running, Humblewood. They also made the Deck of Many Things, and we will gladly throw the Deck of Many Things at our guest players and our regular players for a small. Would I inflict that on people new to the Academy? Yes, I would. Next, we have Dark Matter from Mage Hand Press. Now available in hardback from your local game store. They've recently signed with Diamond Comics Publishing, so if you ask your local nerds, they should be able to stock it for you. It's a great book. If you like D&D and you like space, it's going to be a great book for you. It's got races, classes, backgrounds, ships, ship combat, expanded spell list, you name it. To me, nothing is more copyright infringement Nader than freezing a spaceship, like hold ship. What a spell. What else we got? Hero Forge. Check out Hero Forge. Recently had a 6,000% funded Kickstarter, $3.1 million. This is a mini that is definitely not broken. You can see it's printed in full color. This is full color resin. It's not painted. As they release more on their prototype mini builder, we'll be doing more with them. So keep your eyes open for that. Tweet. Every 10 retweets, we'll throw a wild magic surge at our players. So go and retweet the tweet. Every 10 retweets, we'll chuck wild magic surges around. We're currently on 8. Let's go round and say hello to everyone. This week, let's go anti-clockwise and start with Jess at GoJG.
Gasp! Surprise! I'm shocked. Hi, hello. I'm Jess. You can find me online at go_JG. Pretty much all the places, the Twitch and the Twitter and all the things. And today I'm playing Sunny, the little Jabin, who's here to fight and do stuff and not put up with problems. Not solve problems, probably. I don't know. We'll see. Very excited.
I'm excited too. I'm so excited. Next around the screen, we welcome Texas Annie. Annie, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm playing Alexandra Bunker today, a pronghorn barbarian. So I solve all my problems by hitting them with my antlers. I
love that already. This is going to be absolutely amazing.
I'm excited. I've never played a barbarian before, so I'm really looking forward to hitting some things.
Or should I say, oh dear?
But never. Oh, I'm just gonna. I was about to start on all the deer puns, and I'm just gonna stop myself right now.
No. You've got far more experience than anyone else here. Stop yourself.
Respect.
Next around the screen, we welcome Arclight Phoenix. Sarah, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
Excellent. So I am Arclight Phoenix, no vowels in Phoenix on Twitter, and I am playing Meech. She is a very small hedgehog cleric who wants to just take care of her friends and cast fun spells.
Thank God, a cleric.
We have heals.
Yes, please.
Hallelujah.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Last around the screen, we welcome back our second regular player, Blind Temple. Temple, how are you doing?
Oh, hi. I'm doing really good. I'm Blind Temple, at Blind Temple on Twitter. I help people with blind accessibility needs for gaming and stuff. If you've got any questions, whether you're blind or a sightling, just hit me up on there and I'll explain stuff to you and help you find what you need. And I'm playing Red, the red tail hawk ranger. and he definitely does not have an accent. This is how people talk where he's from, and this is normal.
We begin today's adventure in the now familiar to Red and Sunny village of the Winnowing Reach. So before we dive back into the main narrative, let's step in with Alexandra and Meech and find out how they fit in this place. Are they new? Do they live here? What are we doing in this small swamp town which is one of the main routes towards the capital city? I won't put either of you on the spot. Someone can step forward.
I'll jump in, I guess. Alexandra is, when she was born, she had little antler buds, and that is a divine gift from the dear god, Kareth. So she was destined for adventure and greatness and headbutting problem solving. So she is out, striking out on her own to find whatever she's supposed to find. She doesn't know. She assumes she'll know it when she sees it.
Fantastic. Okay. How about Meech?
Meech is comes from a very, very large family, and she is a community domain cleric. She really likes cooking for people and helping people feel welcome, and she is out just wandering around, meeting as many new friends as she possibly can.
Okay, brilliant. So things that you may both be aware of, the Scorched Grove, a section of forest which seems to be completely burnt out, is growing. It seems that the fire creatures are taking over parts of the forest, which may help compel you on your pilgrimage. Who knows? You find yourself in the village of the Winnowing Reach, where people aren't really panicking about it too much, except for the local healer, who aggressively heals anyone who looks even slightly disheveled. Sunny, Red, how about one of you gives us a brief recap of what happened last week?
Well, we had to go and find this poor woman that was lost, and she was down in a deep, dark, dank, wet cave, surrounded by slimes and jellies and jams. And we got down there and we killed all of them and got one in a jar. He's not real happy, and brought him back samples and rescued the girl. And we're just big damn heroes.
I mean, to be fair, that's actually pretty accurate. Yeah. Do we know what happened to the last week's players as well? Did their characters? Do you remember they went?
I do not remember what happened. I've slept since then.
They're great. They're helping out at the inn. They're doing wonderful.
Yeah.
One of them was from the village, and I think we all went back to their place,
Yes.
and they fed us, and we all got to unwind together. We all so maybe they're still at home with
And
our
she
other
just
friends.
Weren't they hedge as well?
Well,
I think so. Yeah, it was a hedge.
Yeah.
What class? Now I'm trying to remember.
Druid.
Yeah. No, bard.
Bard.
That's what it was. But from their background, they had one druid spell.
Yeah.
That's why we thought they were a druid, but they were a bard.
Yes. A hedge bard. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, and we pulled a mysterious necklace out of one of the big slimes too.
Yeah, you did. No one yet has discovered what that is.
I'm more of a bird of action. I don't remember all of it.
So as Alexandra and Meech, maybe you've met each other on the road, and this is a common path to the capital. So I mean, it's common for people to travel together. Not many people traveling on the roads at the moment, though. So it would make sense for you to join up. As you are entering the village, the magistrate is bustling towards Sunny and Red, who are going to conveniently be standing around the village, if you don't mind. and you will overhear the following conversation. My friends, Sunny, Red, heroes of your stature, I need a second favor. There is a threat to this village looming nearby.
Oh, what? Wait. But we already, I mean, you had that whole, like, weird lightning situation, and we helped with that, and then we went and got your, like, slimy researcher person. We did that. We were really supposed to go, Red, didn't we have a thing we were supposed to do?
Please, this is of utmost importance, and I would rather use guests to the village to solve this than trying to than burden the sick or old or young. Seeing Alexandra and me, she goes, you two, would you care to volunteer as well?
Me?
Yes,
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay. Just runs over.
Great. Come with me, all four of you. I'd rather discuss this in my private chamber. And he heads back to the magistrate's office in the northeast of the town.
We're never gonna get our original mission done ever.
I know, but we can't not help people. That just ain't right.
I know, we're really nice. We're really nice people. We're so helpful and kind. They're so lucky that we're such good people.
I know. I think
Gosh.
they pay better.
As you all enter his offices, he takes great pains to bolt and lock the door and listens to make sure no one's listening in, and then walks around to behind his desk and looks at you all levelly. Second. The swamp is home to a foul sorceress. A witch.
Bird.
Like a chicken or like stinky?
No, like most foul, like terrible sorceress.
Oh, okay.
A witch who dabbles in evil magics. I need you to discreetly take care of her. If it got out that I allowed this, I would be finished. Especially after what happened in Ash Barrow. Everyone is scared. Think of the wood. Do what's best for it. Do this one thing for me, and I'll make sure the Bird Folk Council hear of your endeavors, your heroic achievements in favor of the Winnowing Reach. Please, I implore you.
That's nice. We appreciate, you saying nice things to people for us. What would really make us happy to go do this for you is if you could arrange for all of us to get a healing potion apiece, because it's dangerous out there in that swamp. I gotta tell you. Willard, tell him how dangerous it is out there. There's nobody there.
Looks behind you for a second. Yes, quite. Listen, I am hard pressed for healing potions and ingredients. The alchemist is shrewd.
Scary.
Yes.
Very scary.
Yeah, he looks like he wants to eat you.
Yeah. I'm amazed I'm still alive right now.
Do you know no one ever sees him in the daylight?
That's suspicious.
It is rather strange behavior, I find, but each to their own. Anyway, I cannot promise you healing potions, but you really need something to sweeten the deal. I could offer you 5 gold pieces each.
That would be
5
sweet.
gold pieces.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's better than a sharp stick in the eye.
That's true.
So are many things.
I only speak the truth.
I implore you to make haste. The witch's lair can be found in the deepest, foulest stretches of the mock fields. Not the chickeniest, the most stinky. If you leave now, you should be able to get there reasonably quickly, and hopefully even be able to return before nightfall. I know you're keen to be on your way to the capital, Sunny Red, and a new guest to my town. I welcome you, and I'm terribly sorry that your introduction to my little town involves this terrible business.
I mean, anything I can do to help.
I came here looking for this sort of thing.
Oh,
So you don't have to do it.
You came here looking for witches?
Well, I didn't know witches exactly, but some kind of trouble. That's my job.
Oh. That's cool.
There's a lot of work for your kind of job right now, it seems. We can't go 3 steps down the road without getting a new job.
I must ask you to be discreet, though, with this. I would not want the people to know that there is a sorceress operating so closely to the village. I would like to prevent a panic. So discretion, please, is key.
My beak is sealed.
Perhaps you should see Karen at the inn.
No, it's a figure of speech from where I am. It means I won't talk.
Oh, right, you guys got you.
Like Sunny is doing a bit of a head bob and looking at the magistrate, and I want to I'm not good at this, but I'm squinting my eyes at them, and I want to try and see what they're up to. They don't want anyone knowing about this, and I'm just a little bit suspicious. Can I try and see if they're acting funny at all?
Would you like to do an insight check?
Yes. Well, not the worst, but not the best. I got 13. Not good at this, so that was good for me. I'm paying more attention than I usually do.
No, you're doing just great. We'll get that roll up on screen so chat can see it very short. There we go.
I'm also here to help out making sure this stream is working.
On
with that roll.
13.
13.
You get the impression that maybe the magistrate is quite old, an old dwarven, and may have grown to have some prejudices. And, maybe, maybe you should express caution, maybe not. Either way, he seems very concerned for his village. The concern for his village is genuine.
Okay.
And he does seem a little desperate.
Okay. Okay, so you want us to go and take care of your witch problem, your stinky chicken witch problem in the swamp, and not tell anyone about it. And you're gonna give us 5 gold each.
Yes.
And you're also gonna help us with our cart?
Yes, and the cart. The cart is a sealed deal. That's absolutely fine. I understand.
And you're gonna sing our praises to the bird council, right?
And I'll sing your praises to the bird council. And I understand that your Eleuron friend is doing rather well. He should be. Hopefully, this will just be a nice little thing to distract you whilst she recovers.
What do you think, Red? What do you think, new friends? Did you introduce yourselves?
I don't think we did. You just all got pulled in.
Hi, new friends. How do you feel about this arrangement? Also, hi, my name is Sunny.
Hi, I'm Meech.
I'm Alexandra. This sounds exciting.
Can I get descriptions of all your characters, please?
I'm Red. I'm a red-tailed hawk, raptor, ranger.
Sunny is a gerbine, which in our world is mice, like a tiny mouse person wielding so many weapons, so just too many weapons. Has has a giant, like, great sword that is bigger than them. And they use they them pronouns, and they're just a little rough and tumble little thing that sometimes means well, but sometimes has a temper.
Meech is a small hedge. She's a hedgehog, and is carrying a quarterstaff, just kind of a basic piece of wood, and has a bracelet that seems to have some sort of like divine symbols on it.
Alexandra is a big, strong, tall deer person with antlers, is over 7 feet with the antlers. Just technically a medium creature, but a beast. And has on her back a great axe, several javelins, and a boomerang.
Oh my gosh! As a Drabine, I'm like barely 2 feet, so I'm like,
yeah.
Like, hello, little friend, patting you on the head. So.
Oh, very tall.
Red's only a little bit bigger than Sunny too, so.
Yeah, Meech is a little small too. So, just, hi, hello, new
So
friend.
Enormous, and everyone else is.
yeah.
Let's just stand behind her.
That's what I'm here for.
Okay.
All right.
Well, now listen. Once you have defeated the witch, please bring me. He wears a distinctive amulet that is made from a demon's horn. The source of her evil powers. I would see it destroyed with my own eyes.
Yeah, nobody wants anything like that. Ugh.
Do we have to touch it? You said it's evil. Can we? Should we be very careful with this thing? Is it if we touch it, are we gonna get infected? Will we become evil?
I would use the most exaggerated caution you can possibly come up with. Perhaps seal it in leather or in a box or something. Handle it with sticks, and be very cautious.
We just got a slime sample. We know how to do that.
That's true. You can stick it in the slime sample.
Yeah.
Okay.
He goes to work unlatching the many latches and bolts on his door, and opens it for you all. Good luck, my friends. On your return, there will be a meal waiting for you. I'll make sure of it.
Oh, food.
Thanks.
Can you
Thank
get
you.
started on fixing our wagon while we're gone, so it'll be done when we get back?
Indubitably.
Okay,
All
good.
right.
And this is the last thing we're doing for you, because this has been a few times. Next time you gotta get yourselves out of trouble.
I appreciate your assistance so much. We're
can't-
gonna assign you numbers in the order that you introduced yourselves. So Jess is 1, Annie is 2, Sarah is 3, and Temple is 4. Annie,
Yes.
thank you very much, chat, for gifting us a wild magic surge.
Oh,
Could you please roll a d10 for me?
Do I do that in the chat? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, you can do it in chat. If you type /R 1d10, it will roll for you. I'll put it in Zoom chat so you can see it as well. Just like that. Oh, that's not. Ignore that.
I'm rolling on my desktop. That's okay too.
Oh yeah, you can use dice as well if you want to use a dice.
I will
Okay.
probably use real dice. I got a 3 apparently.
So you maybe this isn't perceptible, but you shrink by 3 inches.
Yeah. Not gonna make that much difference, probably.
Drip in the pond. Drip in the pond.
That wouldn't be good for me or Sunny.
Now I'm 6'11" instead of.
You suddenly seem less intimidating to me, and I appreciate that. More friend-sized.
I would have,
Slightly.
if If it was
Great.
even, it could have gone up, and that was honestly what I was hoping for. So, yeah, the door is open, and you will find yourselves. We'll hand wave the getting supplied and move straight on to swamp travel if that's okay.
Just ask a question real quick.
Sure thing.
Have we had a chance to heal up since the last thing?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
indeed. You would have spent the night, and you would have had a long
Okay.
rest.
Yay.
And all of the benefits that come with it.
Thank you.
So, entering the mock fields, the swamp that surrounds the well, that is on the side of the some navigating the swamp is, not the easiest. So could we have perhaps survival checks, unless we can think of anything else that might help us find the sorceress in the swamp?
That's kind of my area of expertise.
Can I assist? I'm also proficient in survival.
I would love an assist.
You can assist.
Do you want to? Okay.
You-
Do we
you-
both roll or give him advantage?
Well, yeah, you have a choice. The help action classically would give an advantage, but you can both roll, and we can take the higher of the two if you prefer.
Let's both roll.
Okay.
I got. What did I got? I got a 19.
It's better than mine. Mine's a 12. So.
Okay, so I think on these rolls you both kind of agree how to navigate the swamp, but maybe Red seems a little more confident, and maybe that might make you a little more trepidatious, Alexandra. Maybe you perceive him as devil may care.
I've been out here before.
I haven't. So I'll trust you.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. That's very kind of you.
That is a successful roll. You are able to navigate the swamp, finding signs of footprints, which are kind of similar to Meech's. You find these prints going around, and you can, after a few hours travel, but with the sun still climbing in the sky, you find the witch's hut. It's on a small, thin patch of dry land. There are a few gnarled trees, more moss than leaves in earnest, that flank this rustic hut. From the porch roof, there are dozens of bundles of flowers containing herbs and some desiccated lizards that hang from the rooftop. Smoke gently rises from a cobblestone chimney, and a strange yet delicious smell fills the air. Through a window, you can see a short robed figure shuffling quickly about the kitchen, adding ingredients to a cauldron in the shape of a giant snail shell. There is also a rather large beetle skittering around, hopping at their master's heels. She leans over to pat the beetle with affection, and it chitters in a way that is almost sweet.
Okay, I just want to say something real quick to everyone, and that's that, I just kind of feel like the magistrate might have been a little bit wrong, because this place doesn't smell bad at all. It smells good to me.
It smells really good.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody doing anything that seems wrong.
No.
She seems nice to me. Maybe somebody ought to go up there and Jabba the Hutt.
I personally took damage.
Looking through the windows in this swamp, you can see.
Oh.
There she is, cooking away in her snail shell cauldron.
The hedge witch.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna admit, I don't know a lot about evil, but she doesn't look too evil to me. She looks kind of like you, Meech. And you're not
Yeah.
evil, right?
No, not that I know of. I hope not.
Just a heads up there, Sonny. If somebody actually is evil, they're not going to say, "Hi, I'm evil."
That's not true. They have to tell you.
I heard that
No,
too.
they don't.
You're
I
right,
heard that
Sunny.
they don't.
Oh my gosh, I'm so confused right now. I always heard they did, but maybe they don't. Oh no. Okay, well, should we ask, or should we just like point at her and say, "Hey"?
I think we ought to talk to her first.
I think, yeah.
Give her a chance before I fill her with errors.
I think that's
Get
only
upset
fair
if you-
before.
If you just attack people, they get upset and then they don't answer questions very well.
Yeah, well, if we just attack people without talking to them first, then I'll be a foul ranger.
Oh no, and then the magistrate will send us after you too, because he doesn't like foul things.
Exactly. I really don't like him using that word. It's confusing.
Yeah, it means a lot of different things.
It does. So who wants to go up and talk to the nice lady?
I will.
You know what? Well, I'm gonna stand like just outside the door,
Thank you.
but not go in.
Do you want me to back you up?
I mean, we could all. How big is the porch? Is there room for like all?
Yes. Is there
So
room
it's
for the
sort of
7
like
foot
a-
deer?
Yeah, picture like your classic Louisiana bayou style scene. You've got them big porches on the swamplands. Like it's kind of like that, you can see she's got like a big like blue colored beetle
Okay.
up there that's attracting smaller gnats and flies.
I'll stay about 15 foot back with my bow, ready to, dispense justice.
Yeah, I guess I'll stand just off the porch, maybe 10 feet behind.
I'm gonna go,
Okay.
like I'm gonna follow Meech because I'm small and I can fit into small spaces. It's literally in my character info.
And I can shoot over your head.
Yeah, I'm real short.
So I go up to the porch and just knock on the door.
2 seconds. You see through the window, she's like dropping a few more things in and then hustles over to the thing. From your vantage point where you're keeping an eye on things, you can see through the side window. This wouldn't be visible to you, Meech, but you see her just stop by the door, look in a mirror next to the door, and just opens the door. Oh, hello! It's such a pleasure to see you.
Hi, I'm Meech.
Nice to meet you, Meech. My name's Susan. What brings you out to my neck of the
Susan.
woods?
Hi, well, and I look at Sunny. I didn't have anything planned after this.
Oh, hi. Are you a witch?
Are you evil? Please say
Oh.
no.
Oh,
Please say
well,
no.
I do dabble with magic. I guess you could call me a bit of a witch, yes. But no, I'm not evil. No, not at
Okay,
all.
good.
Oh, who's going around spreading these rumors? I'm not evil. I like to do things for the good of people. I do.
You know, maybe it was a misunderstanding because I don't know if you know this, but the word foul is very confusing.
No, I'm a hedge witch.
Can I make an insight check on that?
By all
Disclaimer.
means.
4? I think. Yeah. Great.
Yeah, she's absolutely trustworthy, Red.
Seems reasonable to me.
I want to duck down, crane my neck, and look and see if I can see if she's wearing the horn that he talked about.
Oh yeah.
You can indeed see a horn amulet on her chest, hanging as part of the bindings that are holding her cloak on.
Ma'am, can I ask you, the horn that you're wearing, where'd you get that? What's that from?
Oh, this old thing! Oh, it was given to me by my grandfather. This is an old ocarina, look!
Alexandra is delighted.
Yes. That doesn't seem that.
I used to study music at college back when I was a wee hedge. It does take me back, it does. I'll tell you for what, those days, if I could go back to then being a wee lass at college, oh.
I hear there's a certain song you can play on your ocarina to change time.
What?
Why would you change time? It tastes perfectly good as it is.
Did you just say it tastes good?
I think
Oh, time! Oh, there's too many words that are so confusing. Oh my god. I just, Sunny goes up and has a headache.
Talking of herbs, you should come on in. I've nearly finished making some stew. I've made far too much for myself. I just got carried away.
It smells really good.
I come tromping across. I don't even know if I can get in her house, but I'm going to try it. So.
How on earth were you hiding back there? Lovely to see you. I haven't seen one of the prong folk for a long time.
Well, no, there's not very many of us.
No, that's very true, very true. Come on in. I'll get you all served for dinner. You should be able to fit there, I think. You just have to stoop through the door a little bit. We've got quite high ceilings.
I shimmy through.
It's good you shrunk those 3 inches.
Yeah. If they could all be in the antlers, that'd probably be really helpful. Constantly getting caught and stuff.
Red, even though Red trusts her, he's still going to stay out there in the outside just to keep an eye on things, because he's got experience, and not always things you trust are trustworthy.
Mm-hmm. But also, this smells good, so I'm going inside.
Yeah.
So this is a one-room hut. You can see the furnishings are comfortable, but also there's a specific style in here, okay? Everything has that sort of faded, comfortable look. You know, armchairs and sofas that you take one look at and you go, oh, look how old and faded that is. It's got to be comfy to still be in this room. That's the kind of motif of the entire place, okay? And she has an armchair sitting by the fire that does indeed look just like that, a sort of faded red color, with what looks like a hand-knitted brown and red, large doily over the back. There's a large rug on the floor of reds, blacks, and golds. Her kitchen is made from, what looks like, maybe driftwood or swampwood that she's found and has fashioned into furniture. In one corner is her bed, which is a 4-poster bed with net curtains all around it, hanging in ribbons and stuff. He seems very proud of her abode. And she doesn't have enough seats, but she'll set some of you up on the bed, one of you at the table in the corner. There's a table, she'll.
I'm fine on the floor.
Oh, I do appreciate that. That's lovely. I tell you what, you look quite strong. Would you mind moving the table over towards the bed there? Then we can all sit up together.
Sure. I heft the table and move it like it's preschool furniture, probably. So,
who would sit on the bed? Who would take the armchair?
I will take whatever's left.
Meech will take the armchair.
Okay.
Climb up and curl into it. This is really comfy.
Oh yes, it's soft on the spines, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Now you are closest to the fire, dear. So if you get too hot, just let us know. I'll happily swap out, or we can move the chair or something. Well, I'm clearly not evil. I'm afraid it's been a bit of a wasted journey.
We got stew. That's not wasted.
That's true. And
And
new
we met
friends. I always
Yes.
enjoy meeting people. Not many people come out here. Although I'm not surprised if people are telling people that I'm evil. No, quite the opposite. In fact, I wonder if you could help me.
What do you need?
What?
Well, I'll admit, you know, stew is a happy side effect of what I'm doing in the kitchen. It makes a lovely meal for afterwards, especially if you put in the right herbs and spices, which fortunately don't affect the magic. No, I'm making a divination ritual. You see, I saw something a few days ago, and I've been bothering me ever since. You see, I saw a great blaze consuming the wood near the scorched grove. There were figures too. A large, lumbering, burning thing, and something else, shadowed and distant, watching from afar. That's lizard spleens for you. That gives very cryptic visions. I don't have any moonfish. You always get clear visions from moonfish. Or is it starfish? It's one of the fish, anyway. What I would love is if you could help me get the necessary ingredients to complete my ritual. It's all patchy at the minute. I'd love it if you could, you know, give me some reagents that will help me complete this thing and perhaps figure out what's going on over there in the scorched grove.
Wait, so you want us to go get you fish?
Well, not actually fish. No, there'll be some swamp herbs, some plump green flogs. The spleens are an essential component. That's about it, I think, really. Both can be found about an hour's walk north from the hut, near a large pond reefed with dense reeds. And fortunately, the stew won't be done for a little while anyway, so I can watch the stew while you go. We'll complete the ritual, and then we'll all have tea.
Oh, there's tea?
I can make tea as well. I'll put the kettle on, yes.
Okay. Here's the thing. You seem nice, and your house smells good, so I really want to help you. But we were sent here to figure out bad stuff. You're not doing bad stuff, you said, and clearly you're not lying because you seem very nice.
And your house smells
Thank
good.
you.
And your house smells good. What she said. But why would people think you're evil, and how do we prove to them you're not evil? So that we can help you, but also go back and like tell them, hey, guess what? She's real nice, and she smells good.
Well,
Not enough foul.
the problem, you see, is that some sorcerers get a little bit carried away. You know, they start dabbling with magic, and then they get on the hard stuff, the wild magic. Before you know it, there's fireballs appearing everywhere. People are changing heights. They're going all over the place. It's madness. It is. And it gets us all a bit of a bad reputation, so maybe it can't be helped, really. But the real problem I've got is that the Bird Council, they don't like it very much. They haven't put in an official ban, because, well, I don't know why, to be honest, but they haven't put in an official ban, but it's kind of one of those things where it's not official legislation, but they're kind of, you know, they frown on it, if you know what I mean. That's why we end up out here, secluded in the swamps and things. Not that I mind being secluded in the swamp, because it's full of ingredients and reagents. An hour's walk to get some frog spleens, that's not bad by any man's standards.
That local frog spleens sounds great.
Mm-hmm. Locally sourced.
What about here's the thing. I lean back over to Alexandra and Meech and be like, I don't want to ask for her necklace because she has a sad story about it. But the mayor wants her necklace, so what do we do? Can we ask nicely? What do you think?
If it's her grandfather, she's probably
I
not just
wanna
going to
take
give it to us.
Yeah, that's what I mean too. So, do you have an extra necklace?
An extra necklace?
Yeah, so that we could prove
Well, let's see.
that you're not evil.
What have I got around here? And she goes over to her bedside table and opens a small wooden box She has a small key that she open it, and she starts rummaging around, and she pulls out first one with a dice on it. She's like, "Oh, look, here's there's that's we used to play games in the back at college. That's another little memory there. That dice was given to me by my best friend growing up. Isn't that nice? It was called Hedgerows and Hollows. That game. It was lovely. It was. And this one, this is the skull of a bat, a real bat, not one of the ember bats. You don't see them very often, but we had it pressed onto this coin, and Bertie, that is, was my first pet, and over here we've got.
You have sad stories about all your necklaces, and I don't want to take any of them.
Do you have a necklace you don't care about that we could take?
Well, see, the thing is, I'm a bit of a minimalist, really. I only keep what I need.
Okay.
I don't like to have things cluttering up the house, you know.
I mean, that's the trend, you know, keep it only if it brings joy, you know?
Exactly right. Yes.
So I'm gonna lean back in over to Sunny and Meech and say, do you think the magistrate would accept something that looks just like it? Because I could maybe carve one of those out of wood if the little time.
Then he doesn't know what it looks like, right? Just knows that it's there.
He said it was a demon horn, and that doesn't really look like a demon horn.
No.
I mean, I guess I don't know for sure what one looks like, but probably not like an ocarina.
No. And if you could make noise out of the demon horn, it really wouldn't sound good. I mean,
Gee, how quiet are you being? Are you trying to keep this conversation from her, or?
I imagine it's probably like the stage whisper of we're trying to be quiet, but not really good at it.
And this is a small space.
So it's a
Yeah.
small space, and I'm really big. So
I mean, if you like, we can put it on a stealth roll if you would like to try and keep it secret.
You know, I can hear y'all from out here.
I could attempt stealth.
I believe.
I'm gonna 14.
14's not bad. 14's not bad. Unfortunately, less than her passive wisdom. I can hear you, dearie, and I'm sorry to say that this is a horn ocarina indeed. You see, my
Is it a demon horn?
No, not a demon horn. No, my grandfather, he was one of the first people who did the Circle of Magic. You know, a traveling band that used to do shows, you know, like a trick magic, this sort of thing. And she like leans across and pulls a coin out of Meech's spines, just like, oh, look, there you go, you see, and all of that sort of stuff.
Was that there the whole time?
See, you'll never
Magic.
know. And he passed on his secrets to me, but he used to work with an assistant. She was one of the prong folk like yourself there, and unfortunately, she went off on her own doing a solo gig, and she was traveling from town to town, trying to get paid gigs, but people were just like, well, you don't really have enough experience, but you can have a go tonight, and she would do it and travel again to the next town and tell them the places that she'd performed in, and she would just about get by. But one winter it got really bad, really bad, and unfortunately he went out in spring to look for her, expecting her at Christmas time, and unfortunately he found her out there on one of the drifts. It looked like that she'd been frozen solid. Look, she died of exposure.
Man, that's awful. It must have been
Really
so
sad.
cold.
Must have been so cool, yes. This long before this scorched grove was a problem, believe it or not.
I want to insight check her.
Sure.
16.
16? The story seems genuine. You see a small tear form behind her eye as if maybe she had known this person. And she doesn't blink away the tear or anything. It just forms in her eyes for a second and fine. And You see the furrows as her spines draw down on her nose or snout. But it's only a moment, and then her little smile returns. She's like, "Oh no, so, my grandpa, he made that ocarina out of one of her horns, so that she could carry on entertaining people for years to come."
How large is it? How big is the horn that she's got?
Actually, quite thin. Like a reference about the size that is to me.
Okay, kazoo sized.
Yeah, about kazoo sized. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bulkier in the middle.
Right. Well, I don't really want to cut off any of my horns to do that, but.
Oh no, I don't recommend it. No.
No. Well, I'm stumped.
It seems to all be a big misunderstanding, and we just need something to take back to the mayor.
Maybe you'll find a toad out there that's horned. Horned toads. They're a thing.
Horny toad, I've heard of those.
Slightly different thing, but yes, I think you've got the right thing in mind.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. You said it, and that's what came to my head, so I just assumed it was right, because I only think, I don't know. Hey, Red, have you ever heard of a horned toad?
Oh, yeah. We used to eat those all the time back home.
Do their horns look demonic?
Well, maybe the bugs and stuff. They're not very big. At least not the ones around my place. Oh,
Maybe that.
hi, Meemaw Susan. Hi, I'm just out here in the woods.
What are you doing out there? You're gonna catch cold in the swamp. Come on in. Warm yourself by my fire.
Red goes on in.
Oh.
You let him outside the whole time.
I stand in guard.
Well, there's no need to stand guard around my place.
Well, thank you.
Okay, so, you want us to go look for herbs and reagents and things. While they're out there, we might maybe find a horn, and then we can help you, and we can pretend to have helped the mayor. I'm not sure. Or Magister.
Now I'm worried about the magistrate.
I don't like pretending like that.
I don't know. That's
honest. I say we just go back and say that Meemaw Susan here is nice, and I don't know what his problem is.
That's true. We could do that.
He can just keep his 5 gold.
That's true. And maybe by then they'll have finished our cart. Anyway.
Well, he owed us that from the last thing.
Oh, right. Okay.
So if you've worked with him before, did he send you to do anything that seemed odd?
No, he just sent us to save the researcher that was being eaten by slimes.
Well, that is a little odd, but yeah, no, not in an evil way.
No.
Well, I don't know what his problem is.
No.
Maybe it's just a misunderstanding.
Maybe so.
Oh, you mean the magistrate over at Winnowing Reach? Always giving me an hard time, he is. Wants me to pay rent on the swamp. Who pays rent in a swamp?
Now I don't like him anymore.
Well, we'll go back and set him straight.
Oh, I'd appreciate that, I would. But no, I've got a feeling that this is all much more important than the troubling concerns of some magistrate in some small village. I'm surprised you're trifling with him myself, to be honest. But, I've got a feeling that this ritual will reveal something important.
Well, you know,
you said that the wood was burning?
Yes, the wood. Like I say, I couldn't see a clear picture, but there were these great big large lumbering burning things and things watching from the shadows.
Well, our original reason that we're out here is to go tell the capital about the wood burning, and this seems like something we ought to look into, just because it could give us more information to take to the capital.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe we'll learn something about like what the heck is happening with all these dumb fires.
Yeah, or just anything in general. I don't know. I'm confused most of the time.
Yeah, it would be good to learn anything in general.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry.
Well,
So let's
like I
go.
say, it's only an hour's walk, so and I'll get the stew ready for when you get back. We'll finish off the ritual, and then we'll have a lovely meal.
Oh, sounds real nice. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, what do you need?
Like I said, mostly the frog spleens. They're the most important thing. But a few swamp herbs would be great as well. You know, some hedgeweed, some pond lily, and if you can find it, I find that a little bit of that. Oh, what's it called? You know, the one that sits on the surface of the water, not like a lily pad, but the other ones. Oh, what they called? Like the hanging moss. Hanging moss, I think that's what it's called. Yes. If you can find some hanging moss, that's not necessary for the ritual, but I find it gives a lovely flavor to the stew afterwards.
Okay, do you need just the spleens, or can we bring you the whole frog and you get the spleen parts?
Ooh.
Well, if you just bring me some nice, big, plump, green frogs, I should be able to work with that.
Question for the DM.
Sure.
Are frogs bigger than us? Are frogs in this world? Are they like real big? Are we talking like, or are they like teeny size? Like,
That's a legit question.
yeah.
That's very valid.
We'll be herding frogs back here.
Yeah, are we talking like these are like cow-sized and we have to like shoo them? Like, come on, guys, let's go. Come on, Bessie Frog.
Guess you'll find out.
Oh gosh.
Oh, goodness.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll see. Okay. I mean, all this sounds okay to me. What do you all think?
Yeah,
Sounds good to me.
Sure.
I say we help her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's nice. She smells good. It'd be nice to help her. And also, it might help us. We might learn stuff.
All those is good reasons.
Lots of reasons.
Yeah, I'm in.
I'm in.
Well, go on then, be off with you, shoo.
Oh, okay.
You're awkwardly going, okay, we'll do it.
Following her directions, it is only an hour's walk north. It happens to follow the dry patch of land, almost directly north, which is always handy. And you can see, as the path descends into the swamp, there are indeed dense reeds all around. And you found the large pond. On the surface, there are many lily pads. And you can see a few tiny creatures. Frogs. Perhaps this big. Sitting on the lily pads.
Just because it's his nature to, he's going to look around and do like a survival check to look for footy prints or anything that might be dangerous in the area around the pond.
Sure thing.
Natural one.
Oh.
I fall in the pond.
No, you do not fall in the pond, but you do see on this track lots of tiny little webbed feet like tracks going around.
I think I found the frogs. See, little footy prints.
Do we have a bag or something that we need to put some in?
I got a backpack.
Okay.
That'll work.
Okay, so we just collect the. We just. Hey, frogs! Can you get in this backpack, please? Are they listening?
Make me a persuasion check.
Oh dang! I didn't think that would do anything.
Red will take off his backpack and open the flap to it and put it on the ground so that they can go in. because he's not a lot brighter than Sunny is.
What was this, persuasion?
Persuasion, yes.
Okay, I mean, it's not good, but it's not hindered, so I'll say that's... Oh! I got a dirty 20! I got a dirty 20! Here, okay, wait. Can I just say, has anyone ever seen the Sesame Street where Ernie and Bert go fishing and they literally catch the fish by going, here, fishy, and like the fish jump into the boat? It's like that, but with frogs. Here, froggies! Ribbit!
Kind of like that. As you say, hey, froggies, come and get in the bag. They don't understand you. They can't speak. They are non-sentient.
Sunny gets down and does like little hops to like.
You do this. 3 or 4 frogs sort of cautiously come through the reeds, watching you, and one smaller than the rest comes and starts hopping with you.
Now
and I hop. Yeah, no, I feel bad because they're cute. But I basically like hop towards Red's bag, and then like just a little bit past it to try and convince them to like go in.
The frog hops in.
Oh.
You're really good at that, Sunny.
Oh.
That is a skill I did not know I had.
Oh.
The
You
rest
know-
sit still in the reeds, like peering in.
Yeah.
I look at the others and go, I feel really bad about this now. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but
Yeah, I'm not against killing things that need killing, but usually I'm mad at something.
Sunny, just don't name any of them, okay?
Nope. I promise you, I have not already named this one Prince Rogbert.
Well, that's good then.
Yep.
Maybe I'll go look for some of the herbs and the moss and things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
I'll
sad and I walk away
I'm
like,
so
oh.
sorry. I didn't think it would work. I feel bad. Can we find some mean frogs now so I can feel better about this?
Frogs are
Ask that
delightful.
little frog. Ask that little frog who's been bullying him, and we'll get.
Oh, that's... I don't think I can actually speak frog, Red. This was... I mean, I'll try. Ribbit!
What's that mean?
I don't know. Ribbit, bully, ribbit, frog, others, ribbit. Please don't let this work, Scrat. I'm sorry.
Give me a
Well, if it does, we
persuasion
can
check.
accept a third quest.
Dang it, okay.
Where were these rolls when we were trying to intimidate a building?
I don't know! Like, oh, good. That was a 3.
So as you say this, the small frog in the bag goes, the ones in the reeds do not trust your riveting.
This one's now my friend, and I'm gonna start reaching to take it out of the bag.
I think he said Robert. Which one of y'all is Robert?
Yeah, I take him out of the bag and I hold him up, and I'm like, point in the direction of this mean old Robert. We're gonna get that one instead. And I hold him out.
Hops off your hands towards the reeds.
Oh,
Well, let's not get him.
yeah, I know. He's our friend. I feel bad now. Okay,
I'll go down to the reeds and look for a frog that looks like he's named Robert, and I'll grab him.
Do you want to make a check for this, or are you going to do a fair
Yeah.
amount of assumption here?
I'm gonna seriously look at him and see which one looks like he's a Robert or Bobby to his friends. What do I roll for that?
That's a great question. Investigation?
Bet you didn't anticipate this. Oh, good. I got a 10.
you see a number of frogs. When you say which one of you is called Robert, several of them turn to you and go, Robert?
There, all these right over here, Robert. Let's get them all.
They're all named Robert?
Yeah, it's probably a popular name. It's like Corey.
Yeah.
I start grabbing frogs.
Making me a sleight of hand check.
Oh God. Where the hand?
Feels so bad.
Guess with Alexandra here, I should be saying, "Dear God," right? Oh, 15.
On a 15, you are able to grab the first frog and hold it up. As you do so, the rest of the frogs and disappear under the surface.
Come on, Robert. You're going in the bag. And I take him back up there and throw him in and fasten it shut.
How many did we need?
I don't remember how many she said.
She didn't say. She said spleens, so that means more than one. But I don't know how many.
Well, yeah, we
Ew.
probably ought to get a good half dozen or so, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
I saw where they went, or all the ones docked under the water. Can I attempt to grab for them?
Sure. The problem is, as you approach, they move further away, so you need to sneak up on them.
Okay.
How tall are you
Sure.
again?
Oh. All right. Stealth. 19?
On a 19, you can stealth right up behind a frog. It's looking cautiously out from the reeds, and you can just gently take it from behind.
Okay.
Rabbit!
Yeah,
No,
I-
rabbit. It just looks like it just hangs all limbs as you pick it up like rabbit.
I don't look him in the eye. I just sort of take him and go put him in the bag.
Don't do it. Don't make friends with them. That's the mistake I made. Don't make my mistake.
Oh, don't even look at him. Just put him in the bag. Just put him in the bag.
Yep.
I'll open it and close it and hold it shut so they can't get out.
I mean, how many more frogs do you want to get?
Well, we got 2. We need another 4, I think. Don't you think? About half dozen?
You know what? If we have too many, we can let some of them go, and
Yeah.
she can decide which ones go and which ones stay. Because I don't want to. But I'll try to get another one.
It doesn't pay to be Robert on Spring Day, on Spleen Day, does it?
Oh.
Okay, so why don't you all make me another stealth check? That'll be 4 more frogs.
Okay.
And
that's fine.
Stealth.
ooh.
15 for me.
On a 12, the frog slips between your fingers and gets away.
12 for red.
Yep, both your 2 frogs, they both get away. But the 14 and the
14.
15, you're able to catch a frog each.
That's 4. Surely, if she thought she needed more than 4, she would have said, right?
I think that's probably enough.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay,
This
let's go
is-
look for
this
other
is the
things
most
now.
of- Yeah, this is the most amount of sad I want to be today. So,
Let's go get stuff that ain't got faces on it.
Yeah.
yeah.
I like this plan. Let's go do that.
The cloudy
Yeah.
swamp bubbles.
Bloop.
The bubbles sound like blah, blah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
They're really big, Robert.
Maybe that's the bully.
Hang on. What do I? Hang on. Let me double check what I have here. Great sword, pike. Oh, I take the blunt axe of my pike, and I slowly poke it in towards the water. Like, hey, is there a big mean Robert in there? I'm not trying to stab it specifically. I'm being.
Make me
And
a
I'm just-
strength check. Strength saving throw, in fact.
What? No! Oh shucks. Oh my god, that was a nat one! That was a nat one!
shaft is pulled from your hands, and a ginormous toad standing erupts from the surface. It's about 6 feet across on the head as it comes up, and you see these huge eyes staring at you all.
I found
Definitely Robert.
What would you all like to do?
I think she would probably be okay with one really big spleen instead of a poor little one.
Yeah.
I'd like to pick my bow up off the ground and get ready to shoot arrows in it.
Okay.
I'm not going to shoot yet because I don't know if he's a mean frog or a nice frog yet.
Yeah, are you the bully Robert that all the nice frogs told us about?
So, technically,
Rip it!
I'll tell you what. Well, since you're asking questions and not initiating combat, fair play to you. I love alternatives to combat solutions.
What? Then you're
Sonny,
eaten.
does this hit
Damn
you?
it.
An 8.
No, it does
You
not.
see its large
Ha!
jaws snap at you,
What?
and now
This is definitely mean, Robert. Everyone.
everyone can make me an initiative roll, please.
Oh, Lord.
And everyone, as we roll initiative, that will be where we take our 5-minute break. Return after the break for us to resolve our frog catching scene and
boy.
find out what Susan is getting
Oh,
up
boy.
to with these spleens. Do as we do. Stretch. Take a break. Go to the toilet. Grab a drink. Do all of them things. If you're working from home and you're not used to working at home, if you've been listening all this time, this is a great time to take a break. You have to take breaks even when you work at home. Stretch your legs. Go and do things. We will see you in 5 minutes. And I really should have started saying that sentence after I finished organizing the scene. See you in 5 minutes. Bye! And welcome back, everyone, as the giant toad leaps out of the pond into combat. Alexandra, you have rolled highest on the initiative, so you get the first attack. Can't hear me. Hello, test, test. So what I did there was I muted myself instead of unmuting you in Zoom. So now, let's just take that back a little bit. Chat, you might get a little deja vu. The giant frog leaps out of the swamp amidst you all, ready for combat. And Alexandra, you are the first in the turn order. What would you like to do? Annie being Alexandra.
Oh, that's me. Sorry. Alexandra. sorry. Well, I will rage as a bonus action. So I see this huge frog creature pop out and attack my new friend. And so I'm gonna grab my great axe and actually no, I'm just gonna attack it with my head. I'm gonna plunge right ahead and just headbutt this thing with my antlers.
Sure thing. Give me an attack roll.
Why bother with an axe, right? That is a 20 total to hit.
That will hit, yes.
God, let's hope, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So, does 7 piercing damage.
The frog, the toad makes a strange noise. Have you all ever heard a toad scream?
No.
It kind of goes.
No.
"Ah!"
I yell that back at it in my rage. So, just roar, but in a deer way.
So as the toad and Alexandra yell endearments at each other, Red, it'll be your turn next.
Oh.
Well, I'm gonna fill it full of airs. Oh, well, maybe not. Hang on. 14?
14 hits.
Thank goodness for these magic airs. Oh, yeah. 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Owie. Yeah, the toad does not like that as your armor pierces deeply into its slimy-looking flesh. You have a successful hit.
Red yells at him, "Take that, Robert! You quit picking on them little frogs."
Next in the turn order is, I wrote it down here, Sunny.
It's me! Sunny takes out their great sword, which, like, they can only just barely, like, lift over their head, and they go, like, running in, like, ah, you shouldn't be mean to the other frogs, you big meanie! And then, like, can't really, like, swing the great sword, just kind of manages to lift and then drop it. Like,
Sure thing.
so that, oh, shoot!
Oh my goodness.
I got 2 nat 20s!
I've heard it's the year of 2020. Okay, roll me some damage.
Dying! That is... Wait, I can... Okay, because I am a great weapon fighter, there was a 1 in there. I can re-roll that one. So hang on. That is a 5 instead! So that is 9 plus 3 is 12 plus 7 is... 19 damage! Boof!
Ow.
The toad,
That's what you get for being mean and trying to eat me!
the toad is looking in a bad way. Meech,
I
it
think
is.
it's about to croak.
Oh, it's your turn, Meech. Aw.
Meech is gonna yelp and grab her quarterstaff and just try to whack it across the nose. Don't be mean.
Oh yeah, 21
21?
hits. Mm-hmm.
7.
So, without getting a turn in combat, you have defeated the giant toad. Meech, how does this look?
Seeing Sunny run up with their great sword and just come down, Meech runs in right after them, screaming, "Don't be mean to the other frogs!" and just, like baseball bat, whacks it across the nose.
Oh yeah, and you've hit it quite.
That'll
solidly.
teach you, Robert.
As the toad fall, you have your bag full of frogs. You are ready to leave when you see from the reeds the tiny frog jump out. Prince, what was it? Rumpelstilts? Rump.
Yeah. It was a mix of like ribbit and like rib.
How
Prince
soon?
Ribbert.
Yeah.
Prince Ribbert.
Prince
Ribbit,
River
yeah.
hops out and leaps towards the giant toad. Starts nuzzling it with its little face.
How dare you, Scrat! Wow!
I think he's just gonna take a taste of it.
He's just probably just trying to make sure Robert's dead. No.
Yeah, I know he was a real bully to you. We got rid of him. Don't worry. Don't worry, Prince Ribbert.
Nudge, nudge. Ribbert?
Yeah, that's right.
You're horrible, man.
You're mean. You're so mean. I refuse to accept this. I'm denying it 100%.
Alexandra is still raging and just like, I choose not to think about this. Is gonna grab the big frog and start dragging it out of the swamp.
Yep. And Sunny's gonna like shoo little Prince
The little frog
Ribbert
yeah.
back into the water. You go. You're free now. You're free. Good. We did
all
it.
the other toads dive back into the water, but Prince Ribbert like pushes against your hands, trying to follow. He's not as fast as you, even with half speed, Alexandra, but he'll follow behind at a distance.
No.
Well, maybe she needs 2 spleens. We don't know. So.
No. No. Prince
Did we let
Ribbert,
the
get
other
away.
frogs out?
Yeah.
Did we let the other frogs out?
Red, do you still have the
Backpack?
frogs in your backpack?
I'll open it up and say, "Go here, be free. Enjoy,
Yeah.
frolic in the swamp. We killed the bully for you."
You're welcome.
They hop out gladly. Or is it when they touch water that they hop? I can't remember. Anyway, they hop out. And soon on this walk, you can see the witch's hut visible again.
How big is this toad that we're carrying? Does it take all of us to carry it, or?
I feel like Alexandra is the best suited to this.
I'm super strong.
Yeah, no, you can carry that toad by yourself, I think, or just
Oh,
half the
good.
speed as if you were carrying a person. So it takes you maybe a little longer to get back if you all stay together. But you can see smoke now billowing out of the chimney, and see Susan looking out the window. She waves. You see her going to get the kettle and putting the kettle on, and she is glad to see you return. She will go, "Oh, that's a big one, isn't that? Put it on the, actually we better do this one on the decking, I think." And she comes out with a small sickle and extracts the spleen. She also takes out, a few other choice things, kidneys, that sort of stuff, good stuff that goes in a stew, and begins popping it all in the stew. She goes, right, let's get this ritual done then, shall we? You know, this is great. This is, This is really good. I can't believe you took out that big one down there. The big old beggar. He's been down there for years. I've never been able to see him.
Susan, you might have warned us that there was a big old giant toad down in there. That just about ate Sonny.
She with a slightly spleeny hand, pats you and goes, "Oh, Dread, you look very capable. I knew you'd be okay, but I'll bear that in mind. Now then, let's see.
You might explain it to the next group that comes along.
These are getting as bad as explantatives. She takes the spleen inside and puts it next to the cauldron and goes, right, now come on in. And she starts drawing the curtains on her windows. Now the only light source in this hut is the eerie glow that emanates from this large snail cauldron and the mixture within. First she adds the herbs and kidneys. Very good for flavoring, that is. Now make sure that you don't do anything too panicky once we get started, alright? No big motions or anything. I tell you, the last demon I summoned, it wouldn't stop talking. She throws in the spleen.
Wait. Wait.
Oh, great spirit, heed my call.
Oh, dang it.
No.
Rise and grant me the wisdom I seek. And with a flash and a whoosh of air that whips the curtains open, smoke settles around the room like dry ice. After a long moment, a lesser demon begins crawling out of the cauldron.
You said you weren't evil.
I ain't eating that.
This is just divination. Now then.
I ain't eating that food.
You there, demon? What's all this going on in the Scorched Grove, eh? The demon does not answer. Instead, she's looking around. It's looking around the room at all of you.
Hey, you answer that question. That's the whole reason you're here.
And,
we need to know what's happening.
Is it moonfish or starfish which are better for visions? Hey! What's going on?
Did you forget to
to intimidate this demon?
You can certainly try.
I'm going to slowly stand up as far as the roof will allow and try to tower over it and just look down at it and say, she called you here for wisdom, provide wisdom, and then leave.
Okay.
Should I roll intimidation?
Roll me an intimidation. This demon, by the way, kind of looks almost ape-like, but with talons instead of fingers and hands. It has large ears and a mouth that looks almost like a boar's, except squished up like a pug's face, with a bald head and long ears like bat's wings. And its arms are what makes it look like an ape, to be honest. They're disproportionately long, with thin hair that covers its fleshy body. What was your roll?
21.
On a 21. The creature hesitates a second longer. It doesn't seem to understand what you are saying.
I just stare at it.
You got to answer my questions. I'll tell you for why. Because I've summoned you, that's why. Or was it supposed to be a different kind of spleen I used for demon control?
Can anyone else here speak demon? Anyone at all?
I just barely speak common.
Unfortunately, this creature is not intelligent enough to be intimidated. It hesitates for a second and then makes an attack.
No!
It dives towards Alexandra.
Oh.
Its multi-attack comes in. It claws at you. Does a 5 hit you?
It does not.
And then it bites. How about a 3?
Nope. I watch it bounce off me.
It's an incompetent.
It seems, yeah, incompetent, yeah. Hey. Let's roll initiative again.
Well, dang it.
Oh, I can't roll higher than a 3 today.
Susan, I think you need to get better at these spells. I got a 7 for initiative.
Dirty 20.
11.
Red got 19.
Who was highest?
20 probably
Alexander.
for me.
Alexandra.
Alexandra.
Away you go first of all.
I don't usually roll this well. Yeah, I'm gonna attack it with my horns again. So first I'm gonna rage, and I am gleefully raging because I just really want to hit this thing. And then it just tried to bite me, so I just headbutt it as hard as I can.
Yeah.
For a natural 1, so nothing.
Yeah, unfortunately, perhaps you slip on some of the ritual juices that have fallen on the ground. You hear the squelch of a frog's kidney, and you miss, I'm afraid. Who was next highest?
I think it was Red.
Yeah.
How close am I to this demon thing?
Well, you all came inside, and this room is quite small.
So not enough room for me to shoot a longbow at it.
I think this is probably a 25 by 25 foot room. If you want to step back and use a longbow, you can.
Will I give it an opportunity attack if I step away from it? Do I think?
I don't. I don't think you would think so. No.
Okay, then I'll back up. I'll whip out my bow and I'll fill it full of arrows. I hope. 17.
17 hits.
All right. 10 points damage. Magic arrow for the win.
This arrow takes it heavily in the shoulder, and it steps back. It almost lumbers down for a second.
Eat air, demon.
Who's next?
It was me. Meech.
Meech, yeah. Just gonna try to whack it with her quarterstaff again. Or not it again, but use her quarterstaff. Again, just trying to just whack it away from her new friends. 7.
Oh, unfortunately, the 7 goes wide. It misses.
Since it's a small room, does she knock tchotchkes off the walls or something?
It's not that bad. It's maybe on another nat 1 we might start wrecking Susan's.
I just wanted to hear Susan go nuts when her doll collection got knocked over.
Next will be Sunny.
Yeah, it's me. I'm gonna. It worked last time, so I'm gonna. Oh my gosh! I'm gonna. Excuse me. Pardon me. Lift up the great axe. Sorry, the great sword. Trying to avoid everyone. A dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits. Oh boy. Okay, how does this look as you defeat the demon?
Can I just lift the great sword up and then drop it and split the thing in 2? Whoop! This is really sharp. I'm glad I kept it.
You crush the creature beneath the weight of it. As it slams against the deck, it crumbles into ash that floats away mysteriously.
Now, Susan, I feel like...
Thank you! Now that was not how that was supposed to go. Now I must admit, I might have been a little bit too ambitious with my summoning. It must have been that giant spleen instead of a little spleen. Thank goodness you were here, otherwise I might have been in real trouble. Thank you for stopping the demon, or it could hurt anyone or destroy my home. I feel like I should thank you somehow. You want me about the magistrate as well, and all I've got here is stew that's half spilled. I'll tell you what. I happen to know a little bit about making magic and potions and things. How about I could give you some potions now.
Hmm.
Insight check, please.
Yeah, I also want to insight check her magical abilities.
I this I don't want to drink any potion until I'm sure about this. Oh, that's 16.
6 for me, so
6, she seems very trustworthy. 16, I mean, she does know stuff about magic, and she seems genuine. She seems very relieved, and she looked very shocked a second ago. For a moment, you saw her looking at the demon and almost summoning, like, magic energy to her hands, but you killed it before she had a chance, and she just let it dissipate. So, she seems genuine. Now, look, I can give you, what have I got around here? She pulls out a lockbox from under her bench. I've got a potion of healing, a potion of greater healing. I've got some animal friendship stuff. They're useful. They are for catching more toads. Potions of feather fall, potions of resistance, oil of stickiness, oil of slipperiness, and I think that's about it, really. I'll give you whatever you like now, maybe 2 or 3 potions, and in future, you can either give me 1 gold piece per potion, or you can give me ingredients, and I'll make potions for you.
Well, I think we need the 2 healing potions right off, don't you?
Yeah, we could definitely use those. We could use those a lot of the time.
Well, here's 3 potions of healing and 1 potion of greater healing. Now, if you want more, now the greater healing potions are more potent, of course. You'll need to bring me a crocodile's eye.
Wait. We just did stuff for you, and you did bad stuff to us. I feel like all those things add up to, you know, we helped save you
oh, no, don't get
from
me wrong.
a bad thing you did almost to us.
These are free, dearie. These are free. You can take these. I just mean if you want more in future. I'm happy to trade with you as often as you like. But to make more, you see these supplies come very rarely through the village. And I'm also not allowed in the village, so it doesn't really help very much. But if you bring me a crocodile's eye, a bulrush root, and a violet fungus cap, then I'll be able to make you more greater healing potions. And if you want some just regular healing potions, then I'll just need bulrush root and a swamp lizard tail. Much easier to get them. And then just 1 gold piece as well for the trouble.
Don't mind Sunny. She just gets wound up sometimes.
I can see that.
Confused. Well, we just got attacked by a demon when we thought what was going to happen was you were going to help us. So that's a very confusing situation.
I appreciate that, I do, and I do feel very bad because it should have given me really information about the grove. I tell you what, I will refer back to my studies, and I'll make sure that I change that particular brew in future to make sure that it all goes very well. But what I can tell you, she takes a ladle and pours a bowl out of this stew. Oh, it tastes just lovely, it does. Don't worry, I don't think there got any demon in it. Just lovely frog spleen stew.
sure, I'll try some of that. I accept the bowl.
Yeah, you accept this bowl, and it's very nourishing. It tastes like chicken, weirdly enough.
I'm gonna wait a minute and see if she turns into a frog.
A long minute passes. Susan busies herself around looking at all the things she needs. She gives you a full list of things you need to make any of the potions that she can make.
Is that a list that's written somewhere that we can has?
It happens to be on page 99 of the Humblewood book.
I will copy it then.
And she says, "Yes, you'll bring me these ingredients, and I'll make sure that I can get you more potions."
Okay, but in the meantime, I look at the rest of the party. What are we telling the magistrate? None of this went according to plan. None of this went according to plan.
We just
None
tell him
at
the truth.
all.
Yeah, 0%.
We just tell him the truth. She ain't evil.
She
And
did
that-
just summon a demon.
Well-
It seemed to be an accident.
Well, no, I think she summoned it on purpose, but it accidentally attacked us.
Is there any part of the demon left, or is it just all in scattered ash?
It seems to have not only just scattered ash, but the ash then dissipated mysteriously.
This is rude.
Just a question, because I may have forgot. Did we tell each other what our professions were when we started this?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I don't know what all y'all do. I mean, you got pokey horns and stab things, and you got a big stick. But some people have magical powers that can tell good from evil. If maybe we could do that, we could try and figure out what Meemaw Susan is.
That is not a spell I have prepared.
Well, darn it.
Look, I can give it to you on...
I can do a detect magic. That's not gonna help. We're in a magic hut. I take that back.
Detect magic. Yes. Yeah.
The answer to your question
Correct.
is yes. You have accurately detected magic.
I
Well-
promise you, my methods may be strange, but I'm fighting for good.
Well, how do we convince other people of that when you're
Can
calling up demons?
Can I insight check her just like hedgehog to hedgehog, like
Look at deep in the eyes. Yeah, by
yeah.
Use a little hedgehog magic.
I love
Yeah.
this.
13?
Yeah, on a 13, you know, for a second you're reminded, you said you were from a really big family, right? You're reminded of that cousin, the one that means well, but somehow always ends up doing the worst things to the other cousins for, like,
Yep.
doing a nice thing. You're suddenly, you just see them for just a split second, and then you're back in the room, and you're like, ah.
Good plan, bad execution. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, come on now, summoning evil creatures isn't the same as being evil. I'm just binding them and making them do good for a little bit. Really, I'm making the world a better place.
That seems perfectly reasonable now that you put it like that.
That makes
Okay.
sense. We
Sounds good to
orphaned
me.
a very small giant frog today for the same reasons, I guess. So
Right, you're right.
adventuring is complicated. I just want to fight stuff. I just
I
sit
just
there
want
and
it to
eat
be
my
nice.
stew dejectedly. So
I just want it to be clear who the bad guys are so I can punch them.
they could wear a hat or something. That
Yeah. In the future,
Wear a hat.
all evil people have to wear an I am evil hat. This is perfect. This is great. Alexandra,
Oh.
you're real smart. I like it.
You said she had a pet beetle?
Yes. It's currently snoozing by the fire.
Okay. I don't want to wake it up from a nap, but as a hedgehog, I could apparently speak with bugs.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel Meech feels very bad waking it up from a nap by the cozy fire.
Then you would be able to tell that the beetle is sort of doing that thing where it's napping, but it's also like stretching out, you know. It's, you know, like the cat that's snoozing by the fire. Not really snoozing, but like you could talk to it.
I would like to talk to the beetle. And
So it's a cat beetle.
yeah, the cat beetle. Hi, just checking. Do you like it here? Is Susan nice?
Oh, hello. Yeah, I like
Hi.
it here. Oh, I like it a lot. Susan gives me like frogs, kidneys, and nice things all the time.
Okay.
And she told me about the blue flame. Don't fly into the blue flame.
Oh, the thing out on the porch?
Mmm. I was trying to
Yeah.
eat it.
But the orange flame, it's okay to sit in front of that though, right? Like the fire?
Yeah. Oh yeah, but the orange flame doesn't look tasty.
Okay, thank you. I just like pat if it'll allow me, I'll like pat it on the head awkwardly
As your hands
and then turn back to my
go
friends.
closer, its hard carapace wings spread out so that you can touch a soft spot on its back.
Yep.
Oh.
Give it a little scratch.
Oh, that's nice.
You're very nice. My name is Meech.
Hi, Meech.
Hi.
My name.
Enjoy your nap. Oh,
My
cute.
name. is Bert.
Oh.
It's very nice to meet you, Bert.
I was expecting Ringo.
Okay, thank you. Enjoy your nap. And I give Bert a little scratch again
Okay.
and turn back to my friends and okay, so I think Susan's good and she's nice to her pets.
Oh,
So I think she's okay.
Well, we'll just go back to that magistrate and explain to him he's got it wrong. Susan's nice.
all right, you're right. Okay. I'm gonna be like, okay, can I have some soup now?
Yeah, yeah. Alexandra's didn't turn into a frog. I'd like some soup too, please.
Oh, no, that's the wrong accent. Oh, yes, I can get you all some soup. Here you go. There you go. There's a bowl for you, look. There you go. You take that one. And you take this one. There you go. And you can have that one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yum, 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 yum. Okay.
That's brilliant, actually. I've never known that I, never knew I had matching bowls. And tea as well. Look, I've put on some of that bushroot tea. Oh, it should be, bullroot. Sorry, bull. What's it called again? Bulrush root. There you go. Not bushroot. Bulrush root tea. So it should be very good for you. Eases a queasy stomach if you happen to have one.
You know, Susan, if you could take a little constructive comment here, you might write stuff down because I don't know, but your memory seems to be a little faulty at times.
Oh, but that's part of the excitement, isn't it? You know, variety is the spice of life. You know, mix things up and see what you get.
Right.
I lived with someone who had that sort of idea. You should have seen them make porridge every day. One cup. Cook it for this long, comes out the same every day. Where's the excitement?
But you don't get no demons crawling out of your porridge if you do it like that.
But I'm just saying, every now and again, that spices things up a little bit. And sometimes I like soft porridge, and sometimes I like hard porridge, and sometimes I don't know what I like until it comes out.
Well, you do you, Susan.
I kind of like Susan's approach.
You know what? I can't argue. Can't argue. All right. Okay. Well,
I will try
Susan,
to avoid big demons in future, though. I do promise you that.
That made me feel better.
It's been lovely. We will try and tell people that you're not evil. Thanks for the exciting adventure, I guess.
Oh, you're so welcome, lovely. Now, when you get back, there's a wee hedge family over there. Now, they're actually my extended family. I haven't seen them for some time. Do send them my well wishes, and give them this. And she passes you a small satchel.
What's in it?
Oh, just things that they'll like.
Like what?
Well,
Okay, hang on. You know what? You don't have to tell me, but are there demons in it?
There's definitely no demons, and there's definitely nothing in there that can summon demons either. Oh, instead, let's see, what did I put in there? I put in there, some feathers, and some nice colored stones with holes in.
Okay, those sound like nice things. Sure.
And
Okay.
a bouncy ball.
Oh, those all sound like lovely things. All right.
You
I
can
will-
make them out of frog skin. What you do is you stretch it right out and then squish it back together really tightly, and it goes all bouncy.
I don't know that I needed to know that, but okay. Thank you.
Does the bouncy ball have like a sad expression on its face?
Oh, why did you? Why?
Or a shocked look?
We'll say no. It's just
Okay.
slightly green colored.
Is this hedge family that you're talking about? Is this the family of, I can't remember what her name was, the little hedge from last episode?
Oh gosh, what was
Well,
Not the Gallus.
um
Willow? Willow.
yeah, Willow.
Yeah.
It was Willow and Buffy last episode.
Right. Was this Willow? Is that in your family there?
Yes, I know
Yeah.
Willow. She's my second cousin twice removed.
She's real nice. We're friends with her.
Oh, yes. She's lovely, isn't she?
She is.
All right.
Very
Okay.
brave.
Well, look, do I need to get out some more beds? The sun's starting to set, and I can put out some more beds if you'd like. I usually have a little smoke on the porch before I go to sleep. You're willing to join me, or I think if you head back now and you're expedient, you could get back before nightfall if that's what you want to do.
What does everyone think?
What do you think?
I think we're good to go pretty quick. What do you think? Is anyone sleepy? Anyone needs to sleep right now?
Well, hang on. Come on over here. Let's talk a minute. I lead everybody away from the hut.
Oh, you want a moment of privacy? No worries, I'll busy myself.
Thank you. If we spend the night here, Meech could relearn her spells,
That is yes.
morning, and could find out for sure. And then we could say, hey, an actual religious person told us that she wasn't evil. And then we're good.
Seems
I
like
guess
a good
that's-
idea.
Yeah, that's. Wow, Red.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed
good idea.
with you.
I told you I spent a week at the university. I got some education.
You're so smart. I'm gonna make sure you are responsible for all the decision making going forward in the future.
Oh, he looks panicked. No, I don't think that. No, I don't think that worked at all. I like your decision making. Charge in and whack them with a sword.
I mean, I just lift it up and then drop it on them.
Do a good job with that.
You are the mightiest warrior I've ever seen.
Sunny stands up so proud when you say that.
I put my enormous hand on your shoulder. I'm like, you destroyed those two creatures with your huge sword. Good for you.
She's amazing. You don't even know the half of it. I saw her fight a whole swarm of ember bats, and she just stood there and took it and fought them and smashed them and everything.
Yeah, we don't
And
need to talk about that time. That time didn't go really good. That time was really bad.
But you were so brave. You stood there and got burnt, and you got a big heart.
Oh, thank you.
Sounds like it went great.
It didn't. I got knocked out. I almost died.
But you got knocked out so that one of your friends didn't get hurt. You sacrificed yourself. That's what a hero's all about. I'm proud to
Fine
call you.
now.
That's true.
It looks like you've all made a decision over there, does it?
Yeah, I think we might spend the night with you here.
Alright. Okay, well, does anyone want to join me outside for a wee smoke?
I'll join you outside. I don't think I want to smoke, but that's you can do that. That's
It's a nice
fine.
night.
Yeah, I will definitely stand outside.
I'll
Well,
probably
you know-
sleep on the porch.
My swamp weed is your swamp weed if you want any.
I'm trying to break the habit. Thank you.
Do I
And-
recognize what she's smoking?
It's a harmless weed.
It's okay. She's got a prescription for it. It's for glaucoma.
Totally harmless tobacco. You know, the sort of thing you might find in any shop.
Okay.
Corner shops across the Humblewood. She lights it with her finger, and she'll have a smoke, and then before you know it, it's bedtime. She makes up rough beds for all of you, and she herself falls asleep on an armchair on the veranda. And it's the next morning.
Does the beetle crow when the sun comes?
Yeah, beetle just flurries its wings.
That's a
When
good
you
one.
wake, Susan's already up. She's in the kitchen. Who wakes first?
Someone's in the kitchen with Susan.
I was probably sleeping on the porch, so I imagine I wake up when there's the first noise outside.
Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you, dearie. I'm just getting the porridge on.
Oh no, it's fine. I slept really well out here.
Good. Well, I won't let you disturb you. I won't disturb you. I'll let you get up with your ablutions or whatever it is that you do, and I'll get on the porridge.
All right. I just go run laps around the house.
Oh! Each to their own, I guess. And as you all wake up, she puts porridge in front of you. It seems extra runny today.
I'd poke at it and make sure there's no demon in it.
For a second, it looks like there's an eye in there, but it happens to just be a kernel of oats. Yeah. I can try and make it a bit stiffer if you like. This one has come out a bit runny. I don't mind telling you, but I can change the consistency if you're really fussy.
It's fine by me.
Like breakfast soup. Seems fine.
Yeah, I chow down. No problem.
Yum, 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 yum. Actually, I just drink it. It's like more soup from last night, but breakfast soup. Perfect.
Detect evil and good does not do what I thought it did.
Aww.
Yeah, I would know if there's an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead. So we'd know if she wasn't actually a hedgehog.
That's still something.
Probably
That's good
worth
enough.
knowing anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like we would all feel better,
Better.
even if it's not the most accurate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We will know what she is not.
Yeah.
And the magistrate may not know what it does either, so we can say you detect.
That's very true. Yeah. So while
And Red wouldn't know that either, so he'll take your word for it.
So while we're eating breakfast and maybe while Susan's back is turned and might not see Midge make some like hand motions for it, Midge is going to cast Detect Evil and Good.
As you cast Detect Evil and Good, you can first of all detect that no, she is not any of those things.
Excellent.
With this casting, however, you get another feeling. Give me an Arcana check, just Arcana or Religion, your choice.
Where's my window? Oh, I'm vaguely better at Arcana, so we'll go with that.
Okay.
11?
On an 11, you get the feeling there's something else there as well. Something so strong that you're picking it up with this spell, even though it's not intended that way. And that feeling is absolute chaotic energy. Just
Do I
It's
get a
like
sense where
this
it's coming
being-
from, or just
Her. It's
Her?
like
Okay.
she is chaos incarnate.
I believe it. Okay, she's not evil.
Oh,
I
that's great.
promise.
Oh, good.
Good news. That's perfect. That's all we wanted to know. That's it. We're
That's
done.
it.
We don't need to know anything else.
Yeah, nope.
Good
Nothing.
enough.
Not evil.
Perfect.
Well,
Well, Susan, it was lovely meeting you.
I'd be sorry to see you go, to be honest. Quite nice having company. I miss it, you know. You have to tell them edges that they can come out to me anytime they want to.
Okay.
Now, when we're back out this
We
way,
will.
we'll come by and visit.
And then while you all were sleeping and doing your running and stuff, I made you some packs each. And she pulls out these little knapsacks on sticks, which are full of small treats. You have snails and lizard tails and all sorts of fun swamp snacks.
Thank you.
As you're leaving, she goes, "Now hang on a second. Before you all leave, I wouldn't feel right if I didn't give you some kind of blessing as we go. Be safe, be seen, be good." And as she says that, for a moment, an ocarina-like horn glows above her head, like a beacon of hope. And each of you feels a little bit of hope.
Aw.
Thank you.
As we walk away, I'm so glad I didn't have to kill Meemaw Susan.
I'm glad you didn't either.
Yeah, that would have been terrible.
That's why we all got to talk to people. You know, you just can't go up and we're taking somebody's word for it that somebody's evil.
Yeah. I don't know if that we gotta go talk to that magistrate person and see, you know, maybe it was a misunderstanding, or maybe he's a meanie.
He might be.
Is his
It's-
name Robert?
Oh, that's a good question. I think
Well, I
his
asked-
name is Walden Crane. Is the note I have? Hang on.
I think that was the guard, wasn't it?
Oh, was that?
They had very similar names completely by accident.
Oh.
It is Walden. You are right. As you are talking and walking, it's not long until you are indeed back in the winnowing reach, and the magistrate, eager to see your return, is standing on his porch, and when he sees the four of you returning, beckons to, come on, yes, let's get you all in here. Let's talk about how it went. Once again, brings you inside, closes the door, closes the many bolts and latches, and listens for a second and goes, "Right. So, how did it go then? If you done it, is the evil sorceress defeated? Is the village safe?"
The village is safe. Yes.
Excellent. You have the amulet.
No.
What do you mean you don't have the amulet?
She's not an evil sorceress.
What Meech said.
Yeah, we
Wait.
verified.
We checked.
She's a sorceress, for
You
sure. But she is not evil. We checked. A couple of times.
Yeah.
So she's alive.
Yes.
Of course.
No, what?
Gosh.
Don't you see you have doomed our town? You are not the heroes I took you for.
No.
No.
She actually wants to help. Whether she would be good at that or not is still up in the air. But she means well.
You made an oath. You said that you would rid the town of the evil sorceress, and you have returned with lies on your tongue, and perhaps you have been affected by her. Perhaps you too are evil. You should move on in great haste.
I
was no
want
evil
to insight
sorceress
check
to
this guy.
remove.
Can I insight check him
Yeah.
with my +2 insight?
You can, and if you would like to make a persuasion check, Meech, you can.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm good
14.
at that.
It's a 14
14.
for me.
On a 14, he does seem genuinely outraged and scared for his town. He seems more confused than anything else. On a 21, he settles a little. You aren't able to sway him, Meech. You can see that, but he does compose himself. Right, yes, okay, I'm sure this is some kind of misunderstanding, but nevertheless, I will not be paying you any bounty. Thank you all the same. And
That's fine.
I don't suppose the wagon's fixed, is it?
yes, it's fixed as per our previous agreement, but you'll not get any more help from me. Perhaps oathbreakers like yourselves will have much more in common with the scoundrel, the Magistrate of Alderheart. I must say I am disappointed.
What?
You're not about to try to hire someone else to go kill Meemaw Susan, are you?
What do you mean, Meemaw Susan?
She's somebody's Meemaw. She's a little old lady.
The not evil sorceress.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not
Very
evil at all.
nice.
She makes a mean
She's
stew.
very-
Once
Yeah.
you get the demon out of it.
And she wants more friends. Evil people don't want friends.
No, I will not be sending more people to go and try to defeat Meemaw Susan. Clearly she has poisoned your minds, and sending more will only poison the town further. I will have to find some other way to deal with that problem, or hope it goes away for now. He seems
I
very,
think-
very upset.
You seem like the mean one here. Are you a bully? And I like squint at him real hard.
I'm
Your
not
middle name wouldn't have to be Robert, would it?
My middle name is most certainly not Robert. I am the magistrate of this town, charged with protecting the town by the Bird Council, and the Bird Council distrusts any kind of magic or sorcery. Except for religious magic and magic sanctioned by the Bird Sanctum itself.
Hmm.
My religious magic checked her and said she was fine.
Yeah.
See?
What
That's
she
true.
said. Yeah.
Proof. The proof is in the cleric.
And a little bit taller, like floof out the spikes a little bit.
Make me a second persuasion check, Meech.
Can I assist? Can I
Yes,
like,
can.
you know what I
can use
mean? Like,
advantage on
Thank
this roll.
you.
yeah. I literally have an ability called Team Tactics where I help people.
You said,
The
do
dirty
I roll
20
that
then.
twice, or do we use the dirty 20? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you can use the dirty 20. You can use the dirty 20. So... Alright, look. I will leave Susan alone. Okay? But if I see her do what she did to me all those years ago and upset people in this town using her magic and setting demons on people, then on your head be it. She's dangerous, I tell you. Summoning demons and the like. Or do you deny it?
Can I? Oh gosh, I was gonna try and do a thing, but I don't know.
Is she more dangerous than where lightning just falls out of the sky in a town and zaps like 5 or 6 people?
We've fixed that, okay? We pretty sure we found the flux capacitor that was messing with the quantum strangeness. At least that's what Eliza said.
What did she do to you that made you
that's
upset with her?
I went to her for help. She told me she could see the future. Then she summoned a demon that destroyed half the town.
Okay.
Maybe that was an
Everybody
accident.
I don't really know how to respond to that.
Sometimes people are misguided, but they're not necessarily evil.
look on the bright side, you still had half a town left.
And this was a long time ago, right?
And that's half a town more than some people have.
Yeah.
If she was evil,
And you-
she would do it a lot more.
Yeah.
And she'd have taken the whole town instead of just half the first time.
Yeah.
And you've got a whole town now.
Yeah.
Right? This is a whole town, not half of one. Okay.
Sounds to me like you're making a lot of excuses for this woman. Are you sure she didn't hex you?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you eat her food?
Yes. Yes, I did.
No.
And I'm fine.
No.
Did you drink her teas?
No.
Maybe.
Deception.
23. Next life. No. I think you misunderstand, and Susan, I think this was a misunderstanding, and you should just let the past stay in the past, and going forward, start on a clean table. I don't know, something clean, and just don't look behind you, because I don't know. There are sayings that are better than what I'm saying.
Are you telling me to watch my back?
No! I said don't look behind you!
What?
I don't know. I try to help you out here, but I don't know what she's saying either.
Look, if you can guarantee to me that Susan will not summon more demons or atrocities to destroy the town, then perhaps I will consider trying to reintegrate her, but I need a guarantee.
I don't think she needs to be reintegrated. I think she's happy being independent where she is. I think you should just stop being mean to her.
And maybe
And-
let her come to town every now and then to visit her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has
And-
family in town.
Right?
I-
Yes.
Can guarantee she will not intentionally summon any demon or atrocity to destroy the town.
And that's a cleric's word for you. You can't get nothing better than that.
Why do I feel like you're suddenly speaking clericese?
Are there windows in this room?
Sure.
I use thaumaturgy and all the windows open very dramatically.
Oh, Susan!
No, that was me.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, yes, a religious person. I remember you saying. Well, look, your cart is fixed. I heard Eliza is feeling better in the bar, and I'm sure Karen will want to look you all over, having been away for an excursion. She's our very best healer.
Yeah, I got that impression.
But go on, I have appointments to see to today. I'll consider what you've said, but without guarantees, I'm not guaranteeing anything either.
I just guaranteed you that she would not intentionally summon a demon to destroy the town.
Sounds good to me.
I think this will require many more meetings, Meech, is the impression that you're getting. This isn't going to be a thing you can persuade him of in
Yeah.
one meeting. You may need to, perhaps this is part of your calling, maybe to stay here.
Yeah.
Try to convince
She's
the
a-
magistrate
Community domain cleric. She's going to build community there.
to fix
Yeah.
this community. Hey, look what we did there.
And there's other hedges here too for you to hang.
Yeah.
As you leave the magistrate's office, however long it takes, you do see the inn from across the way, and you can see leaning on a crutch, bandaged from head to foot, is the Eluran.
Eliza?
Yeah, I misnamed the researcher earlier. Eliza, yes, Eliza is fine.
This is the researcher?
Kenna was the researcher.
Yeah.
Eliza is standing on a crutch, bandaged head to foot.
That could have been us, Sonny. We got lucky.
Hey there! there, sleepyhead. You feeling better?
What was her accent like? Do you remember?
I don't know. She was cute. She was adorable. She was a cat. She was
Hi.
selling merch. Oh my god, that. Ugh.
I'm feeling much better, thank you. Karen's very fur. I'm not sure I need all of this.
No, she seems very overly diligent.
You hear from inside a gasp.
Oop. Oh
And,
god. Oh no. I didn't say it. I take it back.
That's
Please
them!
don't-
I need healing! Ah!
I ran away as fast as I could go.
You see a small Jabin with a tapered bob come out of the inn, and she's like,
I know that you've been away. You need healing. Let me look after you.
she's very angry and very small.
Alexandra and Meech turn around, and Sunny and Red are just gone.
Oh,
It's weird. Where'd they go?
She's looking.
I didn't see.
Oh,
You're about to find out.
newcomers, I'm very sorry. I let my temper get the better of me sometimes. Do you need healing?
No.
No,
We're good.
I'm fine.
She
Thank
looks
you,
at you
though.
both with a quizzical eye. I don't think you've taken any damage either, have you?
No,
I don't think anyone has.
Sunny crushed everything before
Yeah.
I ever had a chance to relate. And something tried to hit me. The demon tried to hit me and didn't. So
No, we're good. Thank you.
Well, if you want a place to stay or something like that, then you can come and stay here. Now, Eliza, you've got to keep on those bandages for 4 days. Change them every sunset, and walk with a crutch for at least 2 weeks until you've got movement back in your legs. I do have movement in my... Walk with a crutch until you have movement in your legs!
Yes, Karen.
Jeez, Karen.
I guess on the way away, I will turn to
Yeah.
Meech and say, I think I'm going to be moving on, but good luck
I think
here
that's-
in this town with the
Thank
magistrate.
you. I
and-
think I need it.
Yeah, if you have any real problems, find me somehow.
I will.
I'll help.
And if you need any actual healing, let me know.
I will. Thank you. It was nice to
You're
meet
welcome.
you.
It was very nice to meet you.
I go marching out of town.
Eliza stops by her cart, which has been repaired. And Sunny and Red, you can see all of her stuff has been replaced. The tarpaulin replaced also. And she looks overjoyed to see her cart ready. She says, you know, I think I'm ready to move on to Alderheart. And she looks over her shoulder and puts the crutch on top of the cart. And starts undoing some of the bandages. You see, she's absolutely fine under there.
Sunny made sure to give Meech the bag of stuff for the other hedges in town.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
If you meet a very nice hedge bard, name is Willow. She has a big family. They're all very nice.
Okay. I'll make sure they get it. Thank you. It was very
Thank
nice to meet you.
It was very nice meeting you too. Thank you for identifying that Susan was not evil.
You're welcome.
And good luck in this town.
Thank you.
I think it's much better for having you in it.
You're
I
very
hope
brave
so.
for staying here.
Thank you. Good
Watch
luck,
out
Red.
for
Good luck,
Karen.
Sunny. Yeah, I met her. She's a lot. She's very, very, very much.
Someone cranked Karen up to like 12. Like,
Meech, the Hedge family are very pleased to see you. Your treats go down a treat, and they ask questions of Susan and all of that sort of good stuff. You will be staying in the city. We'll see how things turn out with Susan and Magistrate later in the campaign, because I know it does come back up again. On the road, Alexandra, wherever you head, you find trouble with bandits. Nothing that you can't handle, but bandit activity is certainly increasing as the forest seems to burn more and more. Sunny, Red, as you start your journey to Alderheart, you know, things seem okay. Things seem okay. The forest is burning, but Eliza's okay. The magistrate isn't asking you to do anything else, and maybe the bandits might be leaving you alone, as everyone in the party is now level 2.
Yay! Yay!
With that, I think that's where we're going to leave this week's episode. If you all would like to roll your health for your next level, you most certainly can. I'll let you do all the other stuff in our downtime. But whilst they are rolling, everyone, please check out our links. Check out our Discord, Twitter, and YouTube. There is no such thing as social distancing in this modern day because we have the internet, and I'm talking to you all now from England. I know some of you are in America, Australia, all over the place, so no such thing. I'm already socially distant, and I feel pretty close to all of you. Send me a DM on Twitter if you want to get into a game. You can come and play in this very game if you like. We do still have spaces before the end of the season, so send me a DM. I'll get you into a game. Also, check out our sponsors. Hero Forge with the wonderful customizable minis. You can make everything to your exacting specifications. And this is a colored mini from their recent successful Kickstarter, which we'll be following as they produce more and more stuff in their creator. Oh my goodness, Captain Fake Eye, thank you so much. Next week, all the players will start with 1 advantage. Thank you so much for that donation.
Thank you so much.
I'd love to be overlay now. Also,
we could really use that. Thanks.
Check
we
out
get in
Mage
trouble
Hand.
a lot.
That's okay. Check out Mage Hand Press. If you like space and you like D&D, then that book has everything you need. The Dark Matter now available in hardback from your local game store. If you go and request it, they recently signed with a new publisher, so you should be able to stock it if they use Diamond Comics Publishing. And most importantly today, as we're playing Humblewood, check out the Deck of Many. The Deck of Many, who created this wonderful campaign for level, I think it's 1 to 6 adventurers, and all of the classes and stuff that goes with it. It's a fantastic book, and you can get it from their website, which is linked. They also made the Deck of Many, which is a donation reward that you have access to should you wish to have. Our next show will be in about 45 minutes. It's the last show of the week, New Acadia Nights, set in urban shadows. But before we move on to that, let's go around and say goodbye to everyone. Let's start with Blind Temple.
Bye, everybody. I'm Blind Temple at Blind Temple on Twitter. I help people with blind accessibility needs and explain it to people that aren't blind. If you have any questions or need any help, just send me a DM. I had a lot of fun today. You guys are a great group.
Hey, we've got a little bit of time. Why don't you tell us about your favorite part?
My favorite part was trying to talk the frogs out of the pond. Was unexpected and hilarious. I love that.
Fantastic. Next around the screen, we have Arclight Phoenix. Sarah.
Hi. Bye. I'm Sarah. I'm at Arclight Phoenix on Twitter. Please note Phoenix has no vowels in it because of reasons. And it was so much fun. Thank you so much for having me. I loved playing Meech and meeting all the people. And I too very much enjoyed the frog shenanigans, as well as getting to befriend the cat beetle.
Oh, yeah. And I have to ask, with the no vowels in Phoenix, I mean, I wouldn't like to presume, but is it thanks for the memories?
No, it's actually because Arclight Phoenix with vowels is taken, and with an underscore is too many letters. So, but that's good. I should make it intentional now. Yeah.
Yeah. You gave me Phoenix for the memories.
Yeah.
That's yours
for sure.
for free.
Thank you.
Next around the screen we have Texas Annie. Annie.
Yes. Yeah, I'm Texas Annie on Twitter, and yeah, this was really fun. I have not done one of these before. I think I really liked the frog part. That was good. Feeling sad about kidnapping some frogs was good times, and I liked a demon being completely unable to bite me. That was fun. And then I didn't hit it, so it was a fair fight.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure playing with both of you. Look forward to playing with you again.
This was really fun. Thank you.
Thank you. Last but most certainly not least, Jess at GoJG.
Oh, hi, it's me. I'm Jess. You can find me at @go_JG on Twitch and Twitter and Instagram and all the places that you find people online. Come follow my Twitter to like talk about games, or come hang over on my channel where we play lots of different video games and tabletop role-playing games. Lots of like little indie things, honestly. Not too much D&D. But this was heckin' awesome. This was a very fun group. I think it was like the perfect mix. I love that like three of us were like teeny tiny.
Yes.
And that like there was one real big. And I think one of my favorite things, I think Sunny was really moved by Alexandra telling them that they were a good warrior. I think they were like, oh, like, because they're still fairly new to adventuring, and they like, you know, they actually, I'm not saying that they used to be a bandit, but they maybe used to be a bandit and now they're trying to be a good guy, and they like makes them feel real good. So
they're real good at it.
They are.
not always, but sometimes.
Do we need to put like exclamation mark above Sunny's head? Has this been character development?
Yeah, I think there was definitely some personal growth for Sunny today.
Well, fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. Like I say, our next show will be in around 45 minutes. It will not be our last show of the week as normal, as we are putting on extra shows to help with the social distancing. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. EST, we'll be running a show. Gabe James Games is going to come and run a show for us with Real Hope Lavelle, Jay Gons Gold, and Scandalous, and me. And on Saturday, we're going to be running 4 games for new DMs, which is kind of normal, but also very appropriate for the times. And we're going to keep doing that for as long as all this quarantining and stuff is going on. So if you all are feeling a little lonely, send me a DM. I'll try and get you a game and put you all out. All right. Without much further ado, we're going to go to a break. Again, everyone, take lots of breaks. If you're not used to working from home, this is another great time to take a break, stretch, go and tell someone that you love them, do something nice, get your head out of work for a second. You'll start going stir crazy. Even if it feels good now, trust me, it will start getting tiresome. We'll be back in 45 minutes. Keep on evoking emotions.